Hello everyone! Today's topic is about customer experience management. Customer experience is conceptualized as the customer's subjective response to the holistic, direct and indirect encounter with the company. But what does that mean exactly? Think about today's world and its challenges for companies. Competing in a global market has become increasingly difficult. Goods are becoming more and more commoditized and prices continue to converge. As a result, differentiation is increasingly achieved through service. That's why companies must gain an understanding of the customer's journey, from the expectations they have before the experience to the assessments they are likely to make when it's over. By now, companies of all kinds acknowledge that customers are the company's most valuable asset. Therefore, managing customer experience is described as one of the most promising marketing approaches in consumer industries. Let's make an example. Think about your online purchase behavior. How do you choose the company, and which aspects are most important for your decision-making process? Isn't it true that you expect more than just a competent service? That's why most successful companies have learned that the key to customers' loyalty and long-lasting business success is to create meaningful and memorable experiences. Now let's move on to customer experience management. The term can be described as the process of managing and orchestrating all emotional and functional clues that customers should recognize in the holistic, direct and indirect encounter. But how can a firm create the most remarkable experience for customers across all touchpoints? The model called Customer Experience Design might provide some answers. It consists of 5 consecutive steps. First, customer experience analysis. Second, experience platform development. Third, experience design. Fourth, touchpoint design. And fifth, implementing customer orientation. In case you are overwhelmed by the amount of information right now, don't worry. We'll have a more detailed look on the first step later on. Now let's apply our theoretical knowledge in the following example to our chosen brand, Glossybox. Glossybox was founded in 2011 and is the leading purveyor of luxury beauty samples set on a global stage. For €15 per month, you'll get a wrapped box containing 5 beauty products. It is not only trendy and innovative, but offers many opportunities to analyze the concept of customer experience management as well. In the following part, we will illustrate all relevant dimensions which must be taken into account when management aims at improving customer experience. First, the sensorial dimension. It aims at stimulating the customer's senses, arousing satisfaction, aesthetical pleasure, or even excitement. For example, in the case of Glossybox, customers experience sensorial stimulation when smelling the scent of the beauty care products. Second, the emotional dimension. This is affected when an experience generates moods or feelings with the aim of building a strong relationship between the customer and the company and its products. Regarding Glossybox, we can observe this dimension and its effects. First, we are excited as we wait for the new box to arrive in the mail, then positively surprised by the products inside. Third, the cognitive dimension. It aims at stimulating the customer's mental capacity, supporting his creativity and concentration. Glossybox doesn't really consider this component because it primarily focuses on lifestyle and comfort, not on knowledge transfer. Fourth, the pragmatic dimension. It attempts modifying the rational behavior of the customer. In case of Glossybox, this dimension would mean that the customer develops an appreciation for high-quality products and changes his behavior regarding his daily routine. The fifth and perhaps most important dimension for Glossybox is the lifestyle dimension. Glossybox embodies certain values like beauty, trendiness, and comfort that customers share and value. The relational dimension is the last dimension, which emphasizes the customer's relationship with others. Regarding Glossybox, this component supports the sense of belonging. For example, in a circle of friends or on social network sites like Instagram, customers are given the possibility to join in on a conversation about the newest trends. Let's come back to the 5 steps of the management process. In this section, we want to take a closer look at 2 relevant models of the first step of the customer experience design, the customer experience analysis. First, we must become clear on which layer we stage our experience and reach the customers. The first layer describes the brand experience, marking the experience you have prior to the service, for example, by simply buying the product. In our case, the customer experiences the brand through a strong sense of anticipation before getting the Glossybox. The second layer affects people during the consumption of the service. Regarding Glossybox, this layer involves unboxing the package and testing the products. The third layer is called the service context experience, which is shaped through complementary services, provided in addition to the main service. Think of a hairdresser, for example. While you get a new haircut, they might also offer you a cup of coffee. Glossybox doesn't consciously stage an experience on this layer because it is focused on the box as the main experience driver. But by tagging Glossybox on Instagram, for example, customers might see a positive effect on the visibility of their profile. So in fact, this could be considered a service context experience. The last step of the customer experience analysis is the touchpoint evaluation. To evaluate all touchpoints a customer has with a service, the entire customer decision-making process has to be considered. Let's look at this process using our Glossybox example and a new customer we'll call Sarah. Before using the service, Sarah has to recognize a need for the service. She wants to stay up to date with the newest trends in beauty care and find products that fit to her personality and lifestyle. With this in mind, she goes online and researches for options. After looking at the competition, Sarah comes to a decision. She likes Glossybox's service the best, convincing her to make an approach. By making a purchase, Sarah has entered the second phase of the decision-making process, the service encounter. After a couple of days of waiting in suspense, Sarah receives her Glossybox package. Onto the stage that Sarah has been waiting for. Finally, she can use the products provided to her by Glossybox. Remember the customer experience dimensions we talked about earlier in this video? You can see some of them in action right here. Opening the package stimulates the emotional dimension, while using the product stimulates the sensorial dimension. If Sarah has any questions or needs support, she can contact the Glossybox support staff to get service. After the service encounter, Sarah evaluates the experience she had. Because she really liked the Glossybox service, she decides to recommend the company to a friend using her favorite social media platform, Instagram. As you can see, Sarah had multiple touchpoints with Glossybox's service over the course of her decision-making process. There was the website, the payment process, the package, the products, the support staff. There was also social media, where Sarah might not only get in contact with the official corporate channels, but also with other Glossybox customers. It is important to remember that a customer experience is based on all stages of the customer's decision-making process. By carefully evaluating the different touchpoints, a company can find ways to really improve the customer experience. Alright, that's it for today. Before we say our goodbyes, let's recap what we have learned. 1. Customers are a company's most valuable asset. 2. Managing the customer experience is increasingly important. 3. The customer experience has multiple dimensions that need to be considered. And 4. When analyzing the customer experience, one has to think about the layers the experience is staged on, as well as the touch points that impact the experience. We hope you tune in next time when we discuss the experience platform development. Before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.